Good afternoon. Hello, hello. Just the faithful few here at the moment. Let's see. Sure, I've got everything working. All right. And oh, look, there's Blue. There we go. Good afternoon. All right. Let's have a look. What everyone's got events on now, maybe. That's why they're not here. All right, I'm going to double check for questions. So, as a reminder, to be able to post questions on the Ask a Question button on the dashboard as you came in. And no one has done that. So that's easy. Hey, Sarah. I've seen you for a little while. All right. Well, there's no questions posted. So this is the opportunity to ask any of those entry-level basic questions or even advanced questions. Carol, you're just wanting to speak.
Okay,
Go for it.
I have two questions. So I had asked you last week because I wanted to create my kid account to Ovio, but when I was talking to Jason, I guess I need a dashboard to do that. Is that correct? Before I can actually make that connection?
What we were talking about. So you've got Kit, right?
I
And
have
you're
it,
yeah,
and I want
and
to
that's
connect, but I don't have a dashboard set up in Ovio yet.
yes. Okay. Uh,
Okay, so that's what I need to do.
yeah. For your event, you do right, like as in for the event time that you're sending people to be able to get into Zoom, then you'd have
Right.
what can be a basic dashboard set up in Obvio. But that's just for the event. If you want people to sign up and you're doing that all through Kit, then
Yeah,
you don't have to have a dashboard set up for that yet. So
right.
it just for the live
I
event,
understand.
yes, you do.
I
You need
understand.
something.
Okay. And
Okay.
I just have one other question. It's like I thought that I had my correct password written down. How can I create a new password for
To get into the admin of Obvio.
yeah, because I have someone that works with me and I want her to be able to do it as well.
Okay, so two things. If you don't know your password, then there's a forgot my password little button you can press, and that'll resend you a link to be able to set up a new password. So you
And
want to do that.
where will I find that?
Yeah. So if you go to app.obv.io,
Right.
let me I could put that in the chat for you if you like. Like that. And that'll take you to the login page.
Right.
And then on the login page, there is a little link that says forgot my password, which, which I can show you. It's right there. Forgot my password. Forgot password. So when you do that, you put in the email that you used, and then that'll send you a reset link so that you can
Okay.
reset your password. Now,
Oh,
the second part was you talking about wanting to give access to an assistant or someone from your team.
yeah. Right.
The best way to do that is to add them as a team member with their own email address.
Okay.
Okay, and so what I can do is show you. We just get an organization, and the reason for that is um, that it means that even if you want to give them access to everything, by doing it this way, if for whatever reason you need to turn off that access, and hopefully you don't, but if at some point you need to, then it's very easy. Rather than having to change your passwords or things like that, you can simply turn off that team member's access. So let me just show what you'll do. I want a different one than that. Sorry, hang on. I'm just trying not to share a whole bunch of people's email addresses. Hello, everyone. If you're just joining us, nice to see you. You can add questions on the dashboard, or there's only a few of us at the moment, so we can probably just keep taking questions, talking. So when you log in, you get your password sorted out. You log in. You're going to see your organizations, possibly
Right.
just one organization there. And what you'll do is I feel under pressure because Blue's watching. Does it look like? Does this guy know what he's doing?
Oh, it's you're
Oh, good.
good.
All right, here we go, Carol. I'm going to share this and you'll see. So I just set up a new organization just for this test, as it currently hasn't got any events. I went into my organization. It's called Warfly Testing. And then what I'll do is I'll go to team.
Right.
And here I can add the email of the address that I want to send, my team member.
Right.
I'll add that. And then what we do is we just make sure that we have a role set up. So this is the first time. So this is what you need to do. Often what we do is we say, let's make one called admin. That's kind of the highest thing, and see how you can choose exactly what they're able to do.
Okay. All right.
So this might feel a little heavy for just, getting access for a team member. But if you do this once, you won't regret doing it, because it's the right way to give people access to your account. So it could be that you tick them all for admin. And then when you're here, you can actually say admin. I want to give this person admin access. You type in their email address, invite. They'll get an email to accept the invite, and now they're in your account, so in your organization.
Okay.
And it's best practice, right? It's best practice than sharing passwords.
Okay.
So that's the way to do it. And of course it grows as well. You can give people limited access to certain things. And so
Okay, great.
there you go.
You.
No worries. You're welcome. All right. Any other questions? Check if anyone's posted anything. Nothing there yet. Anyone else?
Yeah, Grant, on the purchase
Okay.
page, how are you doing?
Good.
On the purchase page, there's how do we change the width of those blocks? What is the symbol that allows us? I've gone to styling and I'm not seeing how do we actually change the width of one of
What event are you
Oh,
on?
well, I've really just started. It's for a Hawaiian climate staycation, and not sure if it even shows up there yet.
Yeah, maybe not.
So what I'm working on is the purchase page, and where it
Right.
says in the template where it says virtual live, I'm trying to have that say live virtual Hawaiian climate staycation. So that's
Right.
2 lines. How do I make that block wider? Vertically wider?
Higher?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. All right, let's have a little look. So I'll preface this all by saying that we we've got a rework of the purchase page editor is happening at the moment, and so which will make things like this a bit easier, a bit clearer to do, but we should be able to show you how to do that even on the current system. Let me have a look.
So I'm at the gearbox and I see settings and styling. Which of those two would I go to?
Do you want to share your screen?
Okay.
Reluctantly.
I'm really just starting, but yeah, of course I
Yeah,
would.
that's fine.
Okay. Sharing's not turned on, it says.
Yeah, I thought it was. Hang on a second. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, try now.
Okay. You see it? Does it look like a
Yes.
volcano? Okay.
I see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This
So
box.
yeah. So if you click on that, box,
Don't click on that. Close that.
not on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one?
No. Just hover your mouse over the bottom right-hand corner.
Uh-huh.
Click.
Oh, got it. Thank you. That's
Welcome.
so good. Just didn't know how to do that. Okay, thank you. And is that the same for all boxes everywhere throughout Obvio?
Everywhere throughout the marketplace. It's not outside of Obvio, no. Or outside of marketplace, no, but inside of marketplace, yes.
And the original dimension that is centered, does that make it appropriate for mobile?
It will scale it for mobile, and you can also toggle the mobile view up at the top, and that'll show you what it'll look like on mobile.
This one here?
No, further up.
Here? Oh, here. Okay. Got it. Okay,
And
that's
then
very
just and then just adjust your heights on that and then go back.
like this.
There you go.
Okay, thank you so much. That's really helpful. All right, that's all.
Cool.
Great. That was easy. All right. Anyone else with other questions? Hey, Barbara, what's happening?
It's just popped into my head just because of what I'm working on. If I am making recordings of myself in these little mini trainings that I'm doing as prep to hopefully get people to come, can I post those on my dashboard and say, hey, here's some resources? That's what I thought. Okay. I just haven't made the dashboard. I know Blue, I didn't think you were gonna be here today. I just lost her name. Stephanie, not Stephanie. What's
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, thank you. I knew, okay, Elizabeth mentioned that you wouldn't be here, so I didn't bring all my stuff, so I hope you're not here for me, because she said we were gonna do it next week. But good to know that I can have all my little resources as, you know, if they want to review things before they start, that's great. I'll figure out how to do it.
Yeah, and Barbara,
don't-
do you have a sales page for your event yet?
That's what I've been working on today, because I was gonna have it done, and then I was like, okay, well, he's not doing this today, so I actually, I went and ran a couple errands. So no, I don't have it done, so I'm sorry.
No,
She-
you're fine. Would you do me a favor though and send that to Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Even like just once it's, let's just call it close to done.
Yeah. I told her I'd
Awesome.
probably have it done by the end of Wednesday, if nothing else, Friday afternoon, just because tomorrow I'm back to back with things, but that was my plan for today, and I'd have it to you ahead of time.
Sounds
Thanks.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so making a video, you can then embed that on an Obvio dashboard, and often that can just be YouTube, if it's fine. Sometimes we support really easily adding YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia, different platforms that are hosting the video itself. And so when it's a promotional thing like that, it's probably totally fine for it to be hosted on YouTube, even if it's an unlisted video, and then you can embed it on the dashboard very easily, because just insert video into a blog entry, and then there it will appear. Sometimes people will have recordings of their sessions, and so they're a little bit more secure about that. And so I've used Vimeo for that to great success, because you can lock down exactly where the video can be seen. And so you can say it can only be seen on the Obvio dashboard. That's an example of that. But it's a great idea to have people have access to the dashboard before the event. And now they've got some little teasers, and that's the other thing. If you're doing a multi-day event as well, having like a welcome to day 2, or a summary of, a recap of day 1, it was so great to have Blue there talking about this and that, and and then Carol asked a great question about this, and like that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Is really cool, sort of easy to do. You do it once and you post it, and now everyone's seeing it. So yeah, it's a great idea.
And so that works the same if I just recorded myself when I was in a Zoom meeting. It's the same, or not?
You can do it that way. Are you on a Mac or a PC? What are you on?
PC. A PC.
Yeah. So there's an app called Camera in Windows that you can just open this camera app and record in there. So what you're saving is not going online and needing to use Zoom and using the internet to record, but you're just doing it locally on your computer. So it tends to be a bit higher quality. And so then now you've got that video, and you can post it to YouTube, for example. And even once you've posted it in YouTube, you can do some trimming or editing in the YouTube editor, right? Like very quick and basic, but will work very well for you. So that's a way to do it.
So no editing in the camera app, or the camera.
There is no, there's not in the camera app, no. But there's other editing. There's lots of editing software that you can use to do on Windows to be able to make that work. So it just depends how much editing you need to do.
Okay, then I think I have another question, because I don't know if I'm understanding for sure. So this is just like a 45-minute training I'm doing in Zoom. Zoom is recording it. Are you saying I should also have the camera app up recording what I'm recording in Zoom, or just don't even bother recording in Zoom and just do the camera app while I'm teaching in Zoom?
No, sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying you were just going to do a little intro video that you wanted to post.
I do have that too.
Okay.
But I really want these little trainings, because some of it's going to be really good information for people who don't know anything about what it is that I do, if they want.
Sure. If you're already in Zoom doing a thing and you want to record that, then sure, just use the cloud recording of Zoom, and then pull that down, and you can post that separately. If you're doing like a 90-second, little intro, then there's no point using Zoom. So does that make sense?
Yep, perfect.
Yep.
So when I do the camera app, it'll connect to my camera, and I can just do like, hey, here's what's coming for day 2, and yada, yada, yada. And then I can it's going to fly right up there in the dashboard if I just link it in. Okay.
That's right. Yep.
That's exactly what I need. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Cool. No problems. Jaylene, same apply to adding videos I'm recording on my new day. Yeah. Can they be uploaded as clips on the dashboard? Yep, totally. So if you're if you record on the camera, actually, I was going to suggest that too, Barbara. It's that depending on what camera you have, sometimes people have cameras with recording built into them, and so you could record it. You just have to think about the audio, where the audio is coming from. And so that's something to think about, Jaylene, as well, is the audio off of the DJI, just making sure that that's good. So if you've got good audio, then you'll be fine. And yes, you can take the SD card out or connect it to your computer and drag the file across. And then whether you then edit it in some software or you then go straight to something like YouTube, you can then post that YouTube link to the dashboard.
I will say, just for anybody else out here who might need it, which maybe you already talked about this, but I've never used Clipchamp, Flip something, Clipchamp. Is that what it is? It worked so easily. In my corporate life, I did have to do video editing, but it was something specific for our company that we used. And this Clipchamp,
right.
I think it's Clipchamp.
Yes, it is.
Very easy to edit. If you know anything about editing at all, even just the minute little pieces, you'll be able to edit, in my personal opinion, just fine. So, and it's free. I downloaded it for free. I was worried that it was going to have a cost. I think you can get like extra things if you pay for some kind of a membership to it, but yeah, I did the free one and it all works fine. So
yeah, it's a Microsoft deal. So it's kind of, it is free, has some limitations, and then you may have, if you've got a Microsoft 365 subscription, then it could be included in that,
is that where it came from?
Yeah.
Oh,
they bought
that's why. Okay.
Yeah,
but it's good if you have Microsoft 365, then it's sufficient. Don't pay for something if you're not being super fancy and all that stuff. And yeah, I saw that Jimbo did Veed.io as well. I just haven't tried that one yet. So
yeah, there's a bunch. There's also, so if you're on a Mac, then iMovie is really good too. So if you're looking for something else, you can embed, Kat, you can embed Facebook live videos. You just need to watch, because they have an end of life now. They're not, they time out, they expire. So you just need to watch that. If you're wanting it to be a replay for some time, it'll stop. And they just announced that, and where they're deleting old live videos. So you're muted, Kat.
I saw that they were like, I don't know what you call them, sunsetting those. And first, how do we grab those? Do you have any idea how we take those off of there?
If you just Google it, you can download them, which is what they were saying to go and do, to download it before they delete them. So it seems like they're just trying to make it more about live and not about replays. So
got it.
Yeah, you can go and download them. But it's probably a better way to do it after the fact. If you're if you're trying to do putting a live video on Obvio, of course it's possible, but it's not really the point. You probably want people to be in Zoom, so but yeah, it's all doable.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Cool. All right. Anyone else? Maddie, how do we submit a request to help us set up the first Obvio dashboard? Yeah. So I don't know if Blue's listening. What's the best email to send that to?
leap@poweredbysage.com.
There you go.
What was it?
Leap. Yeah, we're putting it in the chat.
Yeah, Maddie, it's the same email that you send support requests to, just leap@poweredbysage.com.
Just put in that what we're requesting then in the subject?
Yeah, that's the starting point. They're going to ask you for a sales page for the event. Do you have one of those yet?
I believe Kristen's got one. We were not going to do Obvio Blue, and then talking with our ACE Pod group, they're like, they'll help you with the first one. There's so much to learn, right? So anyway, Marla encouraged me to reach out to you folks and have you help us with the first one. I went to use it and I was having trouble saving what I had put in place. So I had an event at the end of April and ended up just going straight to Zoom. But I'll ask and then we'll at least have that. So you need the sales page, and can we add a logo later?
You can, yeah. You,
Okay.
you can make a bunch of changes later. What we normally do is we create what I'll call the framework for you. We don't add all your
Okay.
content to it, but basically we customize the dashboard for you so that it matches your sales page's brand, using the template that you want, or if you don't tell us which template, the template that we think would work best based on the sales page that you've built. Because we try to make the sales page look and feel match the dashboard. Actually, the other way around. We try to make the dashboards look and feel match the sales page. So the experience that attendees have when they come to the event is similar to the experience they had when they purchased. Not that they'll
Okay.
remember.
And the sales page is, I believe she's making that in ClickFunnel. Is that a different sales page that we need? Is that okay to have it from there?
Yeah, no, that doesn't matter. Just
Okay.
whatever sales page you have created, we can work with. And if there's
Okay.
anything that we need beyond that, we'll ask.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome.
Thanks, Grant.
No problems. All right. Anyone else got any questions? There's no more posted questions. Seems like a bit of a slower week this time.
I'm happy to ask a couple of questions. Forgive me, these are basic, but
It's fun.
so when you go to the gear in the upper right-hand corner, beside that you see two lines, and then to the left of that you see it looks like a page and a page. Is that the page and the page? Is that a duplication?
Yes, you're still on the marketplace on the purchase page, are you? Yeah.
Still on the purchase page. Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
then the two lines, what does that indicate?
That's an anchor for moving them around. So if you click and hold that, you can move the different sections up and down. Does that make sense? Oh, she's frozen. She moved the wrong thing. Does that have anything to do with my Wi-Fi? Okay. I'm sure she'll come back at some point. Anyone else? Okay. It could be a very quick meeting, this one.
I'm bummed I'm not ready. Wish I would have brought it now, but it looks like my team member isn't here either, so I wanted him to watch
Right.
so he could see what it is that you're doing, but I told him it would be next week. Oh well.
All
All
good.
Plenty of other things I have to work on. So.
Yeah, the more that you have your sales page worked out, the better that becomes a kind of something to copy and relate back to the dashboard, so that everything has the same sort of look and feel. And so the more time you spend on that sales page that you're happy with, then more likely that the dashboard's going to be something you're happy with too. It's good not to rush it. All right. Anyone else?
No. Nope. No.
No. Nope. Nope. No. Blue, have you got a tip of the week?
Oh man, that's a lot of pressure. I'm actually not sure that I do. No,
Yeah,
I don't.
fair enough.
It's let's see. Um, I'll just loop back to what Barbara said in the chat, and suggest that when going to the store, rather than buying Scotch tape, select your favorite Scotch. I think it's a far more effective use of time and resources for sure.
Very good. Very good. Any changes are upcoming that you're excited about? Blue, just a little tease. No.
A lot, not in this moment.
It's like, Grant, just stop bugging me. All right. Well, this might be our shortest one yet. Anyone else have anything? Nope. Barbara's gone. She saw the light. She's out.
Grant, I dropped my signal. Would you just mind saying what the 2 lines
Yes.
were for? Thank you.
It's what's called an anchor, where when you click and hold it, you can move those elements around and reorder them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So if it's not in the right spot, you can, select, hold down on it, and then move it, and it'll move the elements around and reorder them.
How do people know these things? Do they just like get in there and mess around and figure it out?
It is kind of it is some industry standard, those things. So those icons are what they're used for. And so but yes, it's a combination of having, using some other systems as well as messing around and working it out. It's very hard to break things. It's easy to make it look bad, but it's not broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as people who aren't used to those industry things, it feels like an alphabet whose letters we don't understand.
Fair enough. Yep.
That's why we ask such basic questions.
It's totally fine. Yeah, and this is the place to do that. That's why we do it every week, and we encourage those questions. It's totally fine. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problems. All right. I'm reluctant to close it, but I think we will. So thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
we
all.
were available for questions. So we'll see you next week. And you can email at help@obv.io in the meantime. All right. See you later.